ask each other questions, right?
I think. I'm not even sure. Like, we're totally just winging it at this point. Okay, there we go. Okay, take 2. Due to technical difficulties, we are back. And again, like I said, I can splice this. If not, we're just going to upload 2 parts, and we'll just go from there. All right, so we were just wrapping up Dead Man's Curves by Sammy Starlight. So basically, if you like cowboys, if you like women who are learning about themselves and figuring out their life, and if you like really good sex scenes, then you don't want to miss this book. So be sure to like give it a read and then let us know what you thought of the book. Did you want to add anything?
We want to know. No, let's get to the questions.
I'm scared about this part, you guys.
The
I am terrified about this part. Alana and I consider like a sister, okay, you guys? So I always tell her I would fail a book quiz on my own books. Like, I have to write so many of them to get... I'm talking with my hands, sorry. Okay, so I have to write so many books in such a short amount of time. Like, I just breeze through them, and then at the end, I'm like, I don't remember anything. So I'm scared, because she has questions to ask me. I'm scared.
It's not too bad. It's not really. Okay, so it's for your book, Just My Luck.
Okay.
Which we both were in the series together for that one. It was M.K. Moore's series. Okay, so what is Elena's best friend's name?
What does it start with?
An M.
An M? Molly? No?
Oh, but that's so funny that you said that name, because that's like the answer to question number 4.
Okay, well, I'm gonna write that down. Molly, number 4. Starts with an M? Michaela?
Yeah.
Mackenzie? Megan? I don't know. What's her name?
Mallory.
I was close. I said Molly.
Which is their daughter's name, which was my question for number 4.
Okay, we're going to hit Molly.
Name in the epilogue.
Oh my god, I forgot she had a daughter.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So what shot did they do at the bar? What kind of alcohol?
Oh, it was an Irish one. Because they're at an Irish pub.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to Google it because I wasn't familiar with Irish drinks. So, yeah, I literally Googled, like, what awesome shots there were. So I get another one wrong. Okay, what is... No!
Whiskey.
I thought I went more advanced.
Like, it's gross and...
No, it is. Yeah. Whiskey is gross. Like, that comes from me. But I could have sworn I put in a different drink. I
mean, they had beers too, and then they like started drinking water, and it was like, I want to remember tonight.
Remembering a fun night with a sexy guy is important. So I could have sworn I put in a different drink. So I remember green beer, I remember whiskey, but I could have sworn there was like an actual like true Irish drink. Okay, so I'm not losing my mind completely.
Just asking the shot.
Okay,
there was one where she asked for a mixed drink, and the bartender, do you know who the bartender's name was?
Don't ask me anything. I don't know any of these people. I don't know any of these people.
It's the only other question I have.
Oh my god, that's the other question? Oh, where's my book?
That's the last one.
What does his name start with?
K.
A K? Kale? No? You guys...
Say it.
Oh, really? So K-E something?
No.
K-A something? Okay, let me step in for a second to defend myself. In my defense, I had like 8 series going on at one time, and I was literally knocking out, like, Alana did too. Like, we were like balls to the wall. Let's get these books written and knocked out. Like, literally, it was like every like 2 weeks, like popping out a book. There was a book cover. There's something going on. Like, from last year, November 2021, until May of this year, is a blur, a complete blur. And that book, they came out in what, February?
A fantastic blur, but yeah.
I wouldn't say fantastic. My mind was so messed up.
Well, I mean, like the last few months, like I think it's been like pretty
chaos.
Well, I know I thrive in chaos, I think.
Yeah, no, like it's horrible. So what's his name? And I'm gonna go, oh yeah, that's right. I'm ready. Go ahead.
Kip. I really liked the name. I thought it was fun. Kip the bartender.
I'm gonna go do the walk of shame while I grab your questions. You guys, I swear I did write the book. I swear I did. I really did. Okay. Well, now I'm gonna fire back.
It's only fair.
Yeah. Okay, so it's the same series, and your book is Lucky Stars. All right. Who are the two main characters?
Okay, Maxon and Star.
Okay, I figured you'd get that right, so I didn't write down the names full. Okay. Where does the book take place? These are the easy questions.
Texas.
Okay. Ready? I'm like, I have that evil, was it Plankton off of SpongeBob?
I was waiting for this one.
Okay. What did Star forget when making cinnamon rolls?
Ooh, that's really good. That's so good. Is it what's that kind of milk that's like sour?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called? What's sour something milk?
You're close. No, but you're see, okay, you can tell you really put your all into these. Buttermilk.
Why am I calling it sour milk?
Because it does taste sour. Have you ever mixed up buttermilk for real milk and poured it in your cereal? I have. That is sour milk. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I only have 4 questions, and I'm gonna try to say this one with a straight face, because every time I write it, I start to giggle. Okay, serious time, professionalism. I can't even know if I can do it. When Derek walks over, what arrives first?
Who? Derek?
Yeah, Derek. Chapter 1. When Derek walks over, what arrives first?
Who is Derek?
It's like one of her coworkers. Oh my god.
Oh, the guy with the breath. Okay. I still remember what he did.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay, so the answer is his halitosis.
Yeah.
That
rings a bell.
I laughed so hard when I read that part, like, seriously, like, as you see now, like, I just, I died. Yeah, Derek walks over to me, his halitosis arriving first. Oh my god,
that was the guy that had it, and it's seriously, like, you could smell him before he, like, got to you.
Yeah, it's
I
really...
felt really bad about it, though, like, because I would be like, ew, but then, like, I'd be like, it's a medical condition.
Yeah. If it's a true, like, medical condition, then yeah, I won't make fun of someone for, like that. But if they're just purposely not brushing their teeth, eating onion sandwiches, and whatever else, then yeah, no, you... But when I read that part, I was in tears, okay? Like, tears. I was just like, did she honestly just say that? Alright, so this isn't a quiz question, but what inspired you to... Because, for one, you had changed your cover. So what inspired... Like, did the story change, or did you just... Your vision of the character change?
For which book? I've changed a lot of covers.
For Lucky Stars. Or the one we were just talking about for Lucky Stars.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I was like, that's the name of the book, right?
Did I change the cover for that one?
Yes, I was supposed to make you swag. Remember, I made all this swag, and then you're like, "Oh, I changed the cover."
Oh, that's right.
I swear we're friends, you guys. I swear we're friends.
No, we are. It just I can't remember why I switched the cover for it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I think it's a silly reason. It's just I found a better stock of the model.
No, I can respect that. That makes sense. So.
It's just like I saw like a lot of books with like the other like shot of him. There's like 2 good ones, and I was like, I like the other photo better. So I don't know, but still same guy. But I have changed models before on books where they're like.
Yes, I know that one as well. You did that to me as well. I mean, and you're like, "Oh, I changed the cover. So sorry." And I thought it was gonna be just like a little shift, and I'm like, "She changed the whole man."
Yeah, he's a whole different man.
I just thought he was the same. Like,
but you know, sometimes you find a better looking football player, and you just
it's whatever stands out. Like whatever stands out, whatever's gonna help promote, and whatever like talks to your muse. So
yeah, and sometimes I just get like I see like a book cover, and then I realize like I don't know, like my first cover, Killian, like it's like the most popular guy. Everybody has him on like one of their covers, and he's always going to be Killian to me, and like so I'm like cool with that. But like after that, I was like I want to try to like stay away from like the popular like models as much as I can, or like I don't know, do things like you do, like manipulate, like give them a different eye color or something.
Yeah, that's why I started to do that, because like when you get stock photos, like you run the risk of like 80 million other authors having the same guy. So here lately I've been like taking one head off of one guy and putting it onto another guy's body, changing their eyes, piercing his nipples, adding tattoos. I'm like, you will not look the same when I'm done with you. You will not.
That's awesome though. I love that.
Just more time consuming though. So, okay. So exciting news, you guys. Sure. Alana has an anthology coming out pretty soon. So you want to tell us about it? Because I'm super excited.
Yeah, the Dark Obsessions anthology. It's like, well, I guess when this airs, it'll be like 4 or 5 days. And I don't know, you have to sit here.
No, don't hang it up.
I don't know. I'm so excited about it. My book is Throne of Lies in it, and it's 2 volumes because it's so big. Like, I can't wait to get it too. I need to order it. And it's just so cool when like you order one of your books and then like it comes in the mail and you're like,
this is my baby.
Right.
Aww.
And then you just like look at it sometimes. Like it's nice to have that. Like when you have a hard day, sometimes you just like look at your book and you're like, I did something right.
Well, I'm excited. Like every time I see like the anthology cover, and like I'm like so excited for you guys because dark romance, and I know like that's where you excel at. Like dark romance is like your thing. So I'm like, she really is. I'm just kidding. Kind of. We'll talk about that in a minute.
So I don't have to put it out in the world. Like
there you go.
Physically.
Safety first. Exactly. So yeah, I'm excited. So can you tell us about your book a little bit, or is that putting you on the spot?
Sure.
Okay.
No. Mine is Throne of Lies. So it's like a mafia story in DC, which I thought was like something I'd never like seen myself. So I was like really interested, like because the FBI is there, the CIA. So it's like you don't want to be there if you're the mafia, unless you're a really smart mafia guy and you're like, I'm gonna marry a media tycoon, take over the media, and then I can take over all of the politicians. So that's kind of where it like started, but it's also like it originally just started with me being like, what if Misery was a love story? So like so random, but I was just like, what if like somebody like broke their leg at somebody's house and like ended up staying there and like Stockholm syndrome to them and like you fall in love with them? Like I don't know. This is my brain.
Yeah. No, that's, I mean, you know, your muse comes at different, you know, not all of us have the same thought process to get to our stories. So I like seeing inside your brain, I guess you could say. You went all out then. So there's Stockholm Syndrome in your book?
Which I was like, how am I going to write that and, like, anybody be okay with that? Like, even myself. But Javier's just like, he can Stockholm Syndrome me any day he wants.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fact that you said, like, you, like, debated on it because you're worried about how readers would, like, receive it and how you yourself could, just goes to show that the way you wrote it, I guarantee, is perfect. And I'm not just saying that because, like, we're friends or anything like that, but the fact that you put thought into it, you know? Instead of being like, screw it, I don't care if anyone likes it or not, this is what it is, you know?
Yeah, like, you want to make sure that it's still, like, a story people are going to want to read. And, like, I don't know, there was, like, a minute where I was getting, like, too political about it, and I was like, oh, it's a love story, you know? Because I was just having fun with, like, that area. Like, I had, like, this one scene that was going to be, like, just, like, Caesar's, like, all the politicians, like, start stabbing him and stuff, and I was just like,
you were going all out.
Well, I didn't do that. I took it out.
Okay, I was like, you were going, like, historical up on there.
I really was. I got a little too historical. I was like, to the point where nobody would do that in this time of age because of cameras and, like, all of that. So
unless you're in prison.
I was like thinking, like, Eyes Wide Shut. Maybe they have, like, a secret party, but a killing party.
Well, I think I'm glad you took that out. I think, well, I guess if it was at a party, you probably could have pulled that off, but yeah.
If there was a free alcohol bar, that would have been okay, but otherwise it's just not cool. Yeah.
That's funny. Okay. So that comes out September 27th?
Yeah.
See, I remembered. Tuesday? I'm so proud of myself. Is it Tuesday? What is today? The 20th? 21st? 21st. Okay. So you guys, if you're watching this, pre-order it, or if it's already come out, then go and buy it. And I can't figure out where I'm looking at. Sorry. I'm like... Anyway, you guys go out and buy it.
Frozen.
Yeah, no. Again, you guys are the guinea pigs. First time we're trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. So if you have a thought, an opinion, or whatever about the episode, feel free to tell us. If it's mean, though, no. Nice comments, welcome.
We can pull, like, screens in the back or something.
Yeah, remember we were playing with it the other day. Where did it go, though?
Yeah.
I'm scared to push any buttons. Let's see. I'm, like, scared to push any buttons after what just happened.
Good point. That's good.
Oh, I see it. Okay, together mode.
I'm definitely not doing that.
All right, I'm going to push buttons.
But I have more questions for you. But they're just, like, fun questions.
Okay, I'm listening. I don't know what just happened. What the hell is this?
You just put us on a rock bench. Stairs.
Oh, you disappeared. Oh, there you are. Okay. What's your question?
Yes, okay, right. What are you writing now?
I am okay, so I'm working on multiple works in progress as usual. The main one that I'm working on was a reader's request. They read my Shifter's Delight and they messaged me and they're like, oh my god, I loved it. Does Jasper, who's a secondary character, like, does Jasper have a story? And I was like, no. They're like, oh, he needs one. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. So now I'm writing that. So that one's Shifter's Charm, and that's going to come out in October.
Oh, I love that name, Jasper.
I know, right? I was like, So yeah, that one. And then I have, like, Velas. Do you do Velas? I can't remember.
I haven't.
No. Velas
I thought about trying it, but I feel like I would forget too much.
Like, they're... Yeah, like... What word am I looking for? So I have multiple pen names. So that in itself is time consuming. Okay, I gotta change it back to something different. Okay, the jungle thing is weird. So I have multiple pen names, so that in itself can be time consuming, and I've often neglected my other pen names, so that's why I've been doing the Velas, to kind of, like, get my other pen names out there into the world without having to, like, devote myself to a book. So I have what the hell is this? I have under my Roxy Ray, I have my paranormal MC romance, Nia's Flame, that I've been working on, which will be eventually pulled off of Vella and turned in, and then it'll be published as a book. So that one I love.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah,
That's
but you have,
cool.
after the last episode that you publish, you have to leave it on there for I think 30 days, and then after that 30 days, you can pull the whole thing off. Yeah, it's not bad at all. So that way, you give the Vella readers an opportunity to read it before it goes live or whatever. So, but yeah.
Right.
So basically, I have a whole bunch of Vellas, but S.E. Isaac's my main name, so I just have a gazillion under that I'm working on. But Shifter's Delight is my main one. I think I rambled. Sorry.
No, that's October.
Yeah, I haven't picked a date yet because I don't want to do Halloween because I feel like maybe I'll do like October 1st. That way, it's like because basically, like, people are already starting to get ready for Halloween, so really I could put it out right now, but, so I'm thinking maybe, oh my god, wait, October
Christmas books out for October.
Yeah, so I'm like, and I do have, you just remind me, I got 2 Christmas books I have to write. Yeah, but we'll worry about that another time. What are you working on?
It's months away.
Yeah, totally months away. Comes faster than we like it to, though. What are you working on, though, now that the Dark Anthology is done?
I'm doing a taste of, or sorry,
a touch of envy.
I know, I was like, it's a touch of envy, and it's like a royal captive romance.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That
he like steals the bride to be, but it's kind of like it's like a retelling of the Princess Bride. It's like what it's inspired by.
Oh, okay. That's a series?
It's in an author series.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's the Vice and Virtues. So everybody has like a vice or a virtue that they're writing about.
Gotcha.
And I got envy.
I like that though. So here's my question.
I'm so excited I got it.
I think you'll do well with envy. You ready for the question? Drum roll.
Yeah.
What book are you writing that is not attached to any other author? No author series, no nothing. Like just for you.
Ooh.
We'll hold while we wait.
I do have one, but it's like it's super on the side though. It's like for my Lover series, it's like the third. It's supposed to be the end. It's Renegade Lover. So it's Killian from my first book. It's his brother who's a little crazy. So it's going to be his love story, but it's going to be him and Rosalind from another one of my stories, and she's also crazy. So yeah, it's going to be a fun little
right up your alley,
trying to tame each other kind of situation.
Aww. Okay.
It'll be fun. That'll be Renegade Lover, and I have no idea when that's going to come out, but yeah, I've been working on that like, on the side. Yeah.
So sometime this lifetime, though, we can look forward to that.
Sometime, hopefully, probably early next year, like in the first 3 months.
I thought you were going to be like, maybe 2028. I don't know yet. But that's not too far out. And that's not that bad. That's not that bad.
No, it was going to have it come out next month, but I was just like, I didn't want to rush myself too much, and I just needed a little bit of a break, and plus I needed a plan for like the upcoming year, and so like now I have that all planned out of what I'm writing and everything. But like there was a second where I was like, oh my gosh, I need to stop writing for a second so I can figure out what I'm going to be writing in the future.
Yeah, that's nice.
Get that all organized. So like.
No, it's good. That's
overbook myself or something. Yeah.
Oh. No, it's totally needed. So I totally get that. Okay, so you have the Dark Anthology, then you have the Vices and Virtues coming out. Mm-hmm. What other? Because I know you have so many more. Like from now until let's say November, what books do you have lined up?
Okay, so after that is the Baker's Peony.
Okay.
And that is going to be like an age gap romance. It's going to be really hot. Like, really, really. It might be like my steamiest, like, because I've already like written a couple of the smexy scenes, and they're very competitive with my other ones. I would
Oh
say.
my-
And, like, and they're not even done. Like I have a few months to work on them, so they can get even hotter. I'm hoping.
Wow.
You know, sky's the limit.
I see that. I figured that book would be more wholesome. I didn't see that. Alrighty then.
Yeah, no.
That comes out in November,
Like
right?
it was going to be, but like, I mean, she's wholesome. He's just not. Like, corrupts her a little bit, you know? But she likes it.
I can see why. I can totally see why. And that comes out in November, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
On
that's
the 10th, I think.
okay. I'm just making sure everyone's able to like write it down. Like, okay. Mute my phone real quick. But okay. So okay, and since and any in December, even though I said until November, but any in December?
Yes. I'm gonna forget the date. I want to say it's like the 22nd, I think. And that is sorry, I just changed the title. So, and it's only by one letter because I turned it into a reverse. It's gonna be a reverse harem now.
Ooh,
Silent
okay.
Night Stalkers. Originally, it was Silent Night Stalker, and now it's Silent Night Stalkers.
You're getting your schmexy on. Woo.
Yeah, that's gonna be like Interview with a Vampire, but like if it was like the girl was older and they all hooked up.
Do you watch a lot of movies?
I do. Like,
I
get
can
a lot
tell.
well, I mean, I used to. I mean, I don't have time to watch TV anymore because
Yeah.
I'm always writing. But like before I started writing, I went to film school, and I just found that I'm more immersed into the creative process of like writing a story doing this than I would if I was working on like a film set. So I enjoy this way more.
I did not know that about you.
Really?
I had to pick your brain later. I guess I can make the announcement on the podcast, but I'm actually trying to turn one of my books. I'm going to write it, like the screenwrite for my book, Train to English, send off. Yeah, so I'm going to have to pick your brain later.
Okay, good. I mean, I only took one screenwriting class, but I will help you as much as I can.
I've taken 0, so see, you got one more than me.
Fair enough.
That's exciting. Okay. So is there anything else? Like, okay, so we talked about your dark romance anthology that's coming out on 27th.
Mm-hmm.
Your Vices and Virtues one. The Baker's Peony. And your Silent Stalkers. Plural, y'all. Plural. Right? Is there any other book that you wanted to mention? Maybe one of your other babies that's already out?
Well, the last book that came out before the anthology comes out is Commanding Her Heart, and I love that book. It's my second military romance, but since it's longer, it kind of feels like the first one because the other one was more like Christmas centered, and I don't know. This one just like the people were I don't know, like I really felt the characters, and like you know, you always feel like they still live with you, and you miss them, and like. I don't know, they're just like really special characters. Like I felt like a real like afterwards I was like, oh, they're so like heartwarming, but like also Cortez is like super sexy.
That helps.
So
and that's Commanding Her Heart? It
definitely helps. Huh?
It's Commanding Her Heart?
Yeah.
And that's on Amazon only, or is it worldwide?
It's on Amazon only.
Okay. You guys writing
like
this down?
Worldwide. Huh?
Well, I guess I should say platform-wide, I guess I should say, because, I mean, Amazon is...
I like that. It's like worldwide.
You know what I meant? But, yeah, okay. So, you guys, I hope you guys have taken notes on all the great books that you can get by Alana Winters. And again, don't forget that the book that we went over is Dead Man's Curves by Sammy Starlight. And you can also get that one on Amazon as well. I think that's Amazon exclusive too, right?
Yeah, and it's on KU too. So
yeah, so you got that. Trying to see what else we had listed here. Did you have anything else on your notes? Sorry, there's like a nap.
I wanted to ask you a fun question.
Okay.
So if you could make any of your characters real, you can only pick one. I know this is really questions
so
like this.
Hard.
But if you could make one like character real, who would it be?
Oh, that's so tricky. That's a lot of pressure.
I know.
Like, I just went like deer in the headlights, like, huh. And now I feel like if I pick any of them, I'm cheating on the others.
Right? And then it's like picking a child kind of too. Like,
yeah. The first one that came to mind was Timmons. That's his last name. It's like a military veteran. My Out on a Limb book, which I wrote many moons ago. I guess I would pick him, but I guess that's because he's kind of like my baby in a way, you know, where he was like the first, well, not the first, because I think that was like my third book I ever published, but he was the one that was like, that most readers are like, oh my God, he's so drool worthy, and oh my God, you know, so I'm like, oh, okay. So I guess it would be him. Yeah. So it would be Timmons from Out on a Limb. So yours was Killian, right? That's who because you'd mentioned that earlier.
That's probably who I would pick too, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's always going to be like our first few ones, you know, like, because I also had like Sean from my Country Fever book, which was my very first book ever released. So I mean, he'd have to be second, but don't tell them that though.
No, I know it's so like it's so difficult. I was like trying to make a video the other day of like just like the top 5 guys I've written, like my favorite, just for like a TikTok, and I was just like, this is so difficult.
It's really challenging because especially like. Because they all, like, in their own way, have something about them that makes them, like, book boyfriend worthy. You know? Otherwise, they wouldn't be in our book. Like...
Exactly.
I wouldn't write them at all. If they're not worth being your book boyfriend, they don't get written at all. So...
Right.
Now you have me thinking, I'm like, I feel like I've cheated on the other ones. I'm like...
No, it's an impossible question, really.
Yeah.
It is.
It really is. Who's your favorite female character in your books? Yeah.
Good question. You know what? This is gonna be bad, I think.
Uh-oh.
Rosalind, she's my female serial killer.
Oh, the psychopath.
Yeah, she like poisons people. But I don't know, I like kind of like the layers to her, like the way she talks about her mom. Like, there's a lot of things she does that, like, she's like, oh, my mom does this, and da-da-da. And I think that's, like, really relatable because everybody has something like that where they're like, oh, my mom does this, I hate it, and then they do it too.
Yeah. I didn't think you'd pick the psychopath as your favorite character.
Really?
Yeah.
My favorite female one. Yeah, I know, it's weird that, like, I pick her, but maybe it's because she's, like, fresh in my mind because I am writing that book on the side.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I kind of like, I don't know, to me, she's like a female Dexter. Like, she thinks she's like taking out serial killers and she's doing like the world a huge favor.
Yeah.
You know?
The wrong in it. It's just the, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a little crazy never hurt anybody.
Right? So... She's not killing anybody that hasn't killed somebody before, so.
Well, yeah, I guess that's justification. Probably the way she looks at it, her justification for it. Well, he's a bad guy anyway. No one's gonna miss him, right?
Right. Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting though, because I'm thinking about having her go after one of my mafia guys. Ignacio from Vanished.
Yeah. So you're gonna tie the stories together.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're all like, they just kind of found each other in a weird way. But that's kind of fun when that happens. Because like, for me, it's the first time it's ever happened where I was like, oh, wow, these characters kind of ended up together.
So, but they're from like completely different worlds, book-wise.
Yeah. So. Like, well, I usually write around where like I live, so they're usually around the East Coast. That doesn't make it too hard.
Yeah.
But
I have to blame you for a second because you just reminded me.
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you that don't know, Alana is the reason why I did Vanished in Vegas because that's part of the Vanished series. Okay. Then that's when the snowball started rolling down the hill. Okay. Because then it turned into I was doing the Hitman's Rose, which is part of Flower of the Month, and I was like, had no intentions of connecting these two books. And then I was like, you know what? What's a third book in the middle? So now I have Vanished in Vegas, which is Sophia's story. I have The Maid Daughter, which is Ariana's story. And then I have The Hitman's Rose, which is Rosalind's story. And it's all because of you, because of Vanished in Vegas.
No.
That was my first Mafia. That was my first Mafia romance ever, was Vanished in Vegas. And you kind of
so
like
fun, like
it was. You like open the can though.
Writing like Mafia, man, is just like, I don't know, there's something a little more fun about it.
I think because you have more free reign because you don't have to worry about rules and society norms. You know, like you can just go for it. Like, you know, who cares if
exactly. Like they just show up in a restaurant and it's like,
yeah,
be ready for me.
anything goes. So yeah, like you truly like your Vanish series like opened a whole new world, like in a good way. But yeah, because people are like, how come you ended writing 3 Mafia? I was like, Alana did this. She did this to me. So no, in a good way. Though. But it was a lot of fun though. A lot of fun. So
it really is. Like, I think I ended up writing 3 or 4 Mafia stories after that.
See, it's addicting.
It is, but I don't think I have any more for the rest of the year. They're all non-Mafia.
See, I don't have any coming out this year unless I hurry up and cram one in, but I have others I'm working on, if that makes sense. Like, I have them, and if I finish them, they'll go out, but right now I don't have them on the calendar. So.
Right.
So yeah, I
kind of have that situation too. There's like a million stories I want to write, but if I put them all down on my calendar, I'd probably freak out.
We'll both be sharing a psych ward room together.
Totally. It would be like, I wanted to write all the stories.
The pretty stories. Yeah. Because that's why like, I had to take like a time out and be like, no more deadlines, you know, like, and if there's a deadline, it has to be way out there for me to take my time to get to instead of like,
yeah,
I couldn't do it anymore. So yeah, totally understand that one.
Tough.
It really is. So, well, is there anything else? Any other questions? Fun questions?
No, I think that's all I had.
Well, that wasn't so bad, right? I think that things went good.
Great.
Next time we'll have audio though, because I think I have it over here in the corner on my other computer, but I'm scared to push any buttons because when I did it earlier, it started like blaring super loud, and I'm like, so.
I'm always scared to press buttons. I'm like, there's too many options here.
Exactly. So especially like on Skype. So again, you guys are the guinea pigs. We're just trying to see what platform works best for a video podcast. That way, and then like over time, like I said, we'll have more authors on board. And then hopefully we'll figure out a way to where you guys can actually listen live or watch live, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
I think that would be a lot of fun and maybe even be able to comment. So if you know of a platform,
that'd be really
cool. Right? So if you guys know of any platform that has those capabilities, you can message me on Facebook or under the podcast once I post it, so on and so forth. Anything else, Alana?
No. Thank you for having me, though. I had so much fun. I hope we can do this again.
Bye, you guys.
And I love you so much. Bye.
Mwah.